Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
We shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the Kahoks. I said the Kahoks, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Edwardsville High School. Luco Jackson Gym is where we are located as we get ready to wind down the fall sports season. That's right. There's just a handful of games left for all the fall sports teams, and we are on our last road trip of the year in the regular season. Of course, we have playoffs coming up at Alton for girls volleyball and at O'Fallon for some boys soccer. So sit back and enjoy the ride for a little bit as we present you the Lady Kahoks of Collinsville High School taking on their arch rival, the Lady Tigers of Edwardsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're here with us on the Kahok Sports Network as we welcome you into the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible all live high-quality lives through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahawks come into this contest with a even record in the regular season of 12-12. They are 4-5 in conference play, while Edwardsville comes in at 15-4 overall, and they are undefeated in Southwestern Conference play thus far this year, and that is a familiar team with these Edwardsville Lady Tigers. We'll fill in a little bit more of those blanks a little bit later on as we go. So, in case you did not see the post on the Facebook page, and this is my first volleyball game since then, the Class 4A girls volleyball playoff seedings and schedules came out last week on Friday. I was on my way to Mattoon by the time the schedule came out, so I didn't even get it until I got home. So here it is, Collinsville. Been placed in probably one of the toughest regionals around the area. They will be traveling to Alton to play in the Alton Regional. That'll be on Tuesday, October the 29th. There is a 5:30 match that features these Edwardsville Lady Tigers taking on the host Alton Lady Redbirds, and then at 6:30, O'Fallon and Collinsville will hook up at Alton in the semifinal games. The winners of the games on Tuesday will meet on Thursday, Halloween night, at 6 o'clock to decide who is going to represent the Southwestern Conference at the O'Fallon Sectionals, which will be coming up on Monday, November the 4th. The other regional, Belleville West, has Althoff Catholic taking on Granite City. That is game number 1, and Althoff Catholic, by the way, was the number 1 seed. Number 2 was Edwardsville. Number 3 was O'Fallon. Althoff and Granite City hook up in Belleville. That'll take place also on Tuesday the 29th at 5:30. And the nightcap will have the number 4 seeded Belleville East Lady Lancers taking on the number 5 seed Lady Maroons of Belleville West. And just like the Alton Regional, the Belleville Regional will have their regional championship game on Halloween night at 6 o'clock as well. So there you are, all caught up now on things going on in the world of playoff volleyball as we get you set for this one between Collinsville and Edwardsville. These two teams met at Collinsville back on the 17th of September. Tigers won in 2 sets, 25-17, 25-16. I had a chance to talk to Collinsville head coach Abby Hanger, and we'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It is our final road trip in the regular season tonight. We are in Edwardsville as your Lady Kahoks get ready to hit the floor for a little volleyball action against the Tigers. And joining us now is Collinsville head coach Abby Hanger. Coach, last time we talked, the schedules, seedings, or none of that stuff came out yet. So the IHSA has you guys as a 6 seed, and you have to travel to Alton, and probably one of the hardest regionals to play in the state.
Yeah, you know, it'll be a really tough regional, and I did think we should be seated a little higher with Belleville West and Belleville East getting seated higher than us, even though we had just beat them in the previous week before the polls came out. But you know what? I am glad we get to play O'Fallon again. You know, it was a great match last time. We fell just short, and I think our girls are excited to play them again.
Yeah, that was gonna lead me into my next question. You guys just played O'Fallon, and knowing that you have them as the first round opponent in the playoffs, do you feel like you're finally hitting your stride now and you're playing good volleyball at this point?
Yeah, 100%. You know, we split the first 2 sets 25-22, and the third set, things you know just didn't go our way necessarily, but we played a really good match, so I'm excited to play them again.
All right, you have Edwardsville here tonight. Everybody knows that Edwardsville kind of owns the volleyball court around these areas. So how's the mindset of the girls coming into this game?
all we've been focused on the last half of the season is getting better for regionals, getting better for the second round of conference. It's what we've done. We've gotten better the second round of conference. We're getting prepared for regionals. Our girls are getting better every night, which is really awesome to see since we struggled at the beginning so much. But we're hoping to peak at the right time, and I think we're on the top of the mountain climbing upwards towards it right now. So we're looking for a good match tonight.
When you play a team like Edwardsville, knowing their dominance after all these years, how do you as a coach approach the game? What do you say, this is what we need to do, or this is what we need to look out for?
Every team is different. Every Edwardsville team is different, just like every Collinsville team is different, and it's based on personnel and what they have, and I think if we just play a good match, we don't really need to focus on them. We just need to focus on us.
All right, so focusing on you guys tonight, what do your girls need to do to come out victorious?
The same three things we've been talking about all season: communicating, going after every ball, and playing for each other.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Abby Hanger, your Collinsville Lady Kahok volleyball head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw the starting lineups at you, plus more names and numbers. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinus, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal, AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Collinsville Junior Service Club is having a Dine to Donate night at Colton Steakhouse. It'll be this Thursday, October 17th. For more information, call 223-8977.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville getting ready to take on Edwardsville. And the Edwardsville Lady Tigers have owned pretty much everything as far as the volleyball floor is concerned. They have not lost a Southwestern Conference match in the regular season since a 3-set loss versus Belleville West 4 years ago. That was October of 2015. The last regular season win for Collinsville over Edwardsville, you have to go back even farther than that, kids. 2006. We're talking 13 years ago. Collinsville won 25-13 and 25-23, so it's been a very long time since Collinsville has won in the regular season. Their last win was a year later in the playoffs. That's why I say regular season, but their last win was in the playoffs over Edwardsville, 2007. That was 3 sets in the regional championship game. Collinsville then beat Moline and then Normal for the sectional championship before they lost in the super sectional to Naperville. So it's been far too long since A, Edwardsville has lost a Southwestern Conference game, and B, since Collinsville has been victorious over Edwardsville, whether it be in the playoffs or in the regular season. So lots of history there, but awful lot of lopsided history for the Edwardsville Lady Tigers. As I mentioned in the outset, these two teams met each other at Collinsville back on the 17th. Tigers won in 2 sets, 25-17 and 25-16. Last year, they lost twice to Edwardsville. And if you remember correctly, they lost that scintillating 3-game set at Collinsville. Collinsville won the middle game 25-23 after dropping the early set 14-25. But then the third and deciding set got away from Collinsville as Edwardsville won 25-17. Collinsville also faced Edwardsville in the Tiger Classic last year, and that was the first time that Collinsville had faced Edwardsville in the Tiger Classic since 2007. We'll take our final break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you. And if we have some time, we'll pass along some individual stats as well, and we'll do that next here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into Edwardsville High School, Luco Jackson Gymnasium. Tonight is Volley for a Cure here tonight at Edwardsville, so therefore it's kind of like a pink out game that you would find in most gymnasiums. Right now they are honoring survivors of cancer. So another very good cause, Volley for a Cure here tonight. We got on a little bit early because the JV games were over in like 35 minutes. Edwardsville won both of them 25-17. And 25-12. Let's look at some individual statistical categories. How about on the attack side of things? How about in the kill department? Leading in that category for Collinsville is Darcy Metzger. She has 122 kills on the year. And leading in that category for Edwardsville is Maddie Isringhausen. She is the daughter of former Cardinal pitcher Jason Isringhausen. I was informed wrong. I was told niece, and that's what I went with, I think, this year and last year. I was corrected when I walked into the gym today. Mr. Jason Isringhausen is here also, by the way. How about the block category for Collinsville? That dubious distinction goes to a couple of girls. Kennedy Fisher and Darcy Metzger each lead with 28 blocks on the year for Collinsville, and almost doubling that on the other side is Edwardsville's Storm Surrey. She has 47 blocks on the year. She's averaging 1.15 per game, while Kennedy and Darcy are almost at 1.85, somewhere around there. Darcy at 0.78 just because she's played in a few more games than Kennedy, so the 28 is stretched out just a little bit longer. And in the defense category, as far as digs are concerned, the leading vote getter in that category for Collinsville is Hannah Scrum. She has 95, while on the other side for Edwardsville it is Alexa Harris, who has 123. She's averaging about 2.4 per game, while Hannah is averaging about 2.6 per game. And in the elusive serves category, the most serves this year for Collinsville has been delivered by Elise Halbrooks, 138. She has committed 11 errors, good for a percentage at 92.03, and she has also scored 13 aces in the process as well. That category leader for Edwardsville is Morgan Tilarco. She has served the ball up 185 times and only committed 5 errors, so that is 97%, and in that time she has delivered 18 aces to help her team out to that current 15-4 record and undefeated in the Southwest Conference. We'll take our final break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, those starting lineups will head your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return the athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back to Edwardsville High School. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. We are just about ready to go. Collinsville and Edwardsville. Here are your starters. Sydney Summer will play the role of libero tonight for Collinsville. In front of her, you will see Elise Halbrooks, Hannah Scrum, Darcy Metzger, Riri Hill-Russell, Kristen Mitchell, and Kennedy Fisher. Emma Garner is the libero for Edwardsville. And on the floor with her, you'll find Alexa Harris, Morgan Tolacro, Maddie Isringhausen, Lexi Curtis, Storm Surrey, and Rihanna Hubner. The Edwardsville Lady Tigers are wearing their all-pink jerseys, while the libero, Emma Gardner, will be wearing a white T-shirt with pink numbers on it. Collinsville, of course, all dressed in purple. Got the black shorts on, the purple jerseys with the white numbers, the word Kahawks written across the backs. And our libero will be Sydney Summer, and she'll be wearing the white shirt with the purple numbers. And in case you are used to seeing the number 13 on the back of Darcy Metzger, well, there was a little mix-up, and Darcy is actually wearing Sydney Summer's shirt when Sydney is not playing libero, and that is 19. So just a little bit of a change for those of you that follow along at home as we are just about ready to go. Again, JV lost both their sets in quick fashion, 25-17 and 25-12. And we already covered how long it's been since Collinsville has beaten Edwardsville on the volleyball floor, so we won't beat that like a dead horse, and we hope that we can end that streak right now. Collinsville all-time, 6-25 against Edwardsville. That's 5 wins in the regular season and 1 win in the playoffs. A couple of times they've met in tournaments, so that's why it feels a little lopsided. There's 31 games there over the last 20 years, and that is exactly why. So we're just about ready to go here. Edwardsville, by the way, they won 5 straight to start the year, 6 straight before they lost to Koryezu. They lost to Koryezu in their last couple of games, as a matter of fact. Koryezu and Althoff on the 10th and the 8th of this month. So first time in a while that the Edwardsville Lady Tigers have suffered back-to-back losses of any kind. Not really sure what the holdup is here. Everybody's been introduced. Now the other referee from the table is going to come out and check numbers. I thought he would have already done that. Now he's going to go have a conversation with the guy on the ladder, so I have no idea what the delay is. And I guess at some point we'll get some volleyball action going on here. Kristen Mitchell is back. She was hurt for a little while, so I'm not sure when she came back, but she is back as of now. Collinsville, of course, coming off of that hard-fought loss against O'Fallon, but before that they played Belleville East at Belleville East. That was the last game that we did for you, and Collinsville won that one 25-15, 25-17, and Kristen Mitchell did not play in that game. Not sure if she was in the one in O'Fallon. That went 3 sets. Fallon won the first set 25-23. Collinsville won the second set 25-22. And then by that same score, 25-22, Collinsville dropped the last set. Still trying to figure out what's going on. I'm not really sure. There's some rules and stuff going on in volleyball that I still don't know. And the gentleman with the ball in his hand down in front of the scorer's table is getting everybody in their proper positions. Now he did so for Edwardsville, and now he has to come over here and do so for Collinsville, and I guess they're just bound and determined to get this thing to start at 6 o'clock. Boy, oh boy, it was like 7 minutes after 5 o'clock that the JV game ended. And now we are ready to go. Sydney Summer will start off the service for Collinsville. There's the whistle. And we are underway. Back into the bat, picked up by the libero Garner, and Edwardsville trying to become the participants of the first kill, and they do, and that is none other than Maddie Isringhausen with the first points of this game, and Edwardsville is out front by a score of 1-0. Back to serve it up now is Storm Surrey. Surrey wears number 17. Edwardsville, they don't have any markings other than the numbers on their pink T-shirts for this game and this game only. Here's the serve, and Summer picks it up. Hal Brooks is going to move it over and does so to Metzger. Metzger gets it over without much of a velocity to it as she's used to. Halbrook setting it up again, this time for Kristen Mitchell. Back in the back, Surrey picks it up. Moving it over for Isringhausen, and in the back, that ball just hit inside the line despite the diving effort by Hannah Scrum. And Edwardsville out front quickly 2-0. Once again, it'll be Surrey back to serve. Her coach, Lisa Orlett, a couple of words of encouragement just before she gets the ball. This one goes over and off of Riri's hands and straight backwards across the end line. And Collinsville down quickly 3-0. Surrey ready for another. Here it is. In the middle, picked up by Scrum. Halbrook shoves it up toward the net, and Kristen Mitchell gets it over off of a hand, and it stays in, and then a miss hit. And that one ends up going out of bounds off of another underhand hit by Talacro. And just rolled across the net and out of bounds. So Collinsville picks up their first point, 3-1, in favor of Edwardsville. Kahoks ready to serve. Picked up by Isringhausen, moved across and shoved over by Hubner. Collinsville reacts very nicely. Here's a shot by Mitchell that almost found a mark. Now for Isringhausen, off of a couple of fingers and behind the line. And because it was off of fingers, it ended up out of bounds. That's a point for Edwardsville. 4-1. And back to serve is Talacro, Morgan Talacro for Edwardsville. It's on the way, and it makes it. Picked up by Fortner. Halbrook shoves it over to the side, and Kristen Mitchell slams it into the net. Quick timeout. I don't think I've ever seen a timeout taken after just 6 points on the board, but we will step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshibid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshibid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Back here at Edwardsville after a 5-1 lead by the Edwardsville Tigers, Coach Hanger decides to take a timeout. We'll see if that can settle the girls down. Here is Morgan Talacro. She is set to serve once again. Here it is, and it's in the back corner, and that one was probably going out of bounds. Collinsville keeps it in. Nice job by Summer, and a nice job all the way on the back line by Hannah Scrum to get it over, but she couldn't get it straight enough, and it ends up going out of bounds just outside of that far line over there. Here is Collinsville again. That was almost a error there, and Collinsville saves face. Edwardsville, Isringhausen right back here in the corner. 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. Yeah, little kids all running around me up here on this track, and I'm just really hoping none of them trips over my cord. I warned them. Talacro back to serve it up once again. She does. Picked up by Summer, but it goes backwards. Scrum gets it going the right direction, and Hal Brooks will get it over the net. That one will fall in. And Collinsville gets back to within 5. It's 7-2. Mitchell comes out, and Mackenzie Johnson comes in. Johnson, her serve, line drive into the backcourt, and it's picked up by Edwardsville and moved across. Nice block out front. And Edwardsville couldn't get it over after a block by Metzger and Scrum. And Collinsville ends up getting back-to-back points. They close it to within 4 now. It's 7-3 in favor of Edwardsville. Next serve by Johnson. Almost paid dividends right off the bat, but Edwardsville stuck with it. Now Summer over to Scrum. That was a hard shot right off of the hands of Garner and out of bounds. And Collinsville climbs back now to within 3. 7-4, Edwardsville in the lead. We're just in the first set. As once again, Mackenzie Johnson back to serve. Gets it over, and it falls down right onto the feet of Isringhausen. Bounced off of her foot, so it was still alive, but it took such a weird turn and had so much spin on it that none of her teammates could get there to help out. So Collinsville is back to within 2. Here's the next serve, and it's picked up by the libero over to Isringhausen, and now Edwardsville has to get it over. Set up time for Collinsville. Halbrooks this side. Scrum. A little tap, and back to the back it goes. And now Isringhausen has to get it over. Summer probably stopped the ball from going out of bounds. And now Johnson sends it over, and then Scrum gets it over the net. Isringhausen, another one. Picked up in the back. Nice dig over there by Sydney Summer. A tap across by Metzger. Edwardsville picks that up. And a slam try, but then a whistle will give Edwardsville a point after a net violation by Collinsville, and it's 8-5 in favor of Edwardsville. Maddie Isringhausen back to serve it up for the Lady Tigers. It's on the way. Into the net. Isringhausen on the year. 128 serves, 8 errors. There's error number 9. And now Darcy Metzger back to serve it up for Collinsville. Kahoks still only trail by 2. Metzger across the net. Garner. That one's out. Collinsville gets back to within 1. Whoop, wrong one. 8-7. And Metzger ready to serve up another one. She does so. Has a little bit of spin on it as it goes back to the corner. Oh, blocked right out by Kennedy Fisher, right down into the face of Hubner, and Collinsville has tied this thing up at 8. Well, I tell you what, Kennedy Fisher blocked that one. It went right back down into the face of Rihanna Hubner. She's okay, but Collinsville picks up a point. Low serve there by Metzger. Now over on the far side, pick up. Metzger digs it out. Nice job. Fortner to Scrum. Scrum off of a couple of fingers up front belonging to Edwardsville. Tigers turn to block it out. And the Collinsville Kahawks block it, but it had so much juice on it that it ended up going out of bounds off of the blocker's hands. So, a point for Edwardsville. 9-8 in favor of the Tigers. Here is Rihanna Hubner. She serves, picked up in the middle by Fortner. Moved across by Halbrooks to Scrum. I don't know how Collinsville got that over. Nice job, Metzger, all the way in the back with a one-hand slam, and it found its way over the net. Speaking of one-hand slam on the other side, that was Morgan Talacro who found the opening over there. And it's 10-8 in favor of Edwardsville. Here is Hubner, ready for another serve. She delivers. barely picked up, and nope. Metzger got a hand on it and got it up over the net, but it didn't have enough to get it inside the line, so out of bounds it goes. And it's 11-8 in favor of Edwardsville. Hubner ready to serve it up again. Does so. Picked up by Fortner. Hal Brooks, instead of setting it up, shoves it over on the second go-around, and in the back, a nice pickup by Metzger. Now Hal Brooks setting Metzger back up. She shoves it over with one hand with a little feather touch. And then out the other way, a little bit too hard of a hit there by Lexi Curtis. And Collinsville gets one of those points back. It's 11-9. 2-point lead for Edwardsville as Collinsville's biggest server, Elise Halbrooks, goes back to do her thing. On the way, in the back, pushed up by Isringhausen, moved up by Talacro, and then Isringhausen gets it back but hits it too far. Collinsville gets a couple of points off of the long ball, and now a timeout on the court. This one is called by Edwardsville, so we will take a break right along with them, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Edwardsville, I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on a Tuesday evening. Those of you that work in the Collinsville, or any school district for that matter, had a 3-day weekend with Columbus Day being yesterday. So hope you all enjoyed your nice 3-day weekend. Elise Halbrooks back to serve. It's over and picked up by Isringhausen, shoved across, and then a nice job on the kill by Storm Surrey. And Edwardsville is now up 12-10. Edwardsville back to serve. On the way, and picked up by Summer. Metzger will send it toward the net. Scrum will send it over. Oh, that one goes right into the net. Storm Surrey could not get that one across. And Collinsville will pick up the point. It's 12-11. Edwardsville only up by 1. Back to serve is Hannah Scrum. Scrum serves it into the net. She does that a little bit too much. 118 serves on the year. Coming into this game, she had 20 errors. There is number 21. Metzger saves it. Mitchell saves it again. Scrum. That's why she can do that every once in a while and get away with it. That was a point just waiting to happen, and that one was out of bounds. And Edwardsville regains the lead, 13-12. Ball gets all the way out. Edwardsville threw a number 1 out there on the floor. I have all 3 of their rosters. Varsity, JV, and freshman, and not on any one of them, and theirs is their number 1. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Sydney Summer, who started this game off from the service area, delivers another one and picked up back in the backcourt. Moved up front. Surrey finds an empty spot back in the back. Collinsville had a net violation anyway, so that will give the point to the Tigers regardless. And back to serve will be Emma Gardner, the libero for Edwardsville. It's on the way and picked up by Riri and moved along by Hal Brooks and shoved across by Metzger. Now Isringhausen gets it across. Hill gets it again, and this time Hal Brooks didn't get much of a setup over there from Hill Russell. And it ends up going right into the referee's ladder. And it's now 15-12 in favor of Edwardsville. Back to serve it up once again. The libero and Scrum picks it up. Hal Brooks sets it up for Metzger. Metzger finds a spot off of a shoulder and down. And Collinsville gives that point, or gets that point right back, 15-13. Still just a 2-point game. Collinsville was down by 5 early in this game and came back. Lauren Fortner now back to serve it up here for Collinsville. She does so, and it's picked up by Garner. Moved across, now Isringhausen. Oh, Scrum keeps it alive, and then Mitchell had it ricochet off of her, and thankfully over there Fortner kept that ball from doing anything bad, and Collinsville gets paid for it by a ball into the net by Edwardsville, and it's 15-14. Tigers lead by 1. Fortner back to serve it up once again. Does so, and again it's picked up by Garner. Moved over to the side, and in the back, a net violation by Collinsville before that ball could even be sent back the other direction. And the point belongs to Edwardsville, 16-14. Tigers with the 2-point advantage. Lexi Curtis checks back into the game, as does Morgan Talacro. Talacro will go back to serve. Picked up by Summer. Hal Brooks trying to set it up for Mitchell. She does so, and a block up front by Hubner and Isringhausen, spun off of one of their two hands, and down, and Collinsville once again back to within 1. There's Mackenzie Johnson for Collinsville, who rattled off a couple of points from the service area. Edwardsville pops it up, and here is Isringhausen. That's out of bounds. Collinsville's tied it up once again. We were tied at 12. Now we're tied at 16. Here is Mackenzie Johnson. Back to serve it up again. Picked up, moved up front, and now a setup in the middle, and picked up by Fortner on the other side. For Scrum. Into the back. Nice dig over there by Edwardsville, and then a carry ball. And Edwardsville just gives a point back to Collinsville right there. I believe that was Rihanna Hubner who used both hands, and then it just thud. Oh, man, speaking of thud, that one goes right into the net. So Collinsville enjoyed a lead for a split second, but now it's 17-17. That thud was almost a cup, as Hubner had her hands almost cupped, and that ball hit it. Here is Isringhausen with the serve, picked up by Summer. Halbrooks moving it up front for Scrum in the back. Oh, what a pickup that was by Garner. Return volley. Halbrook sets it up for Darcy Metzger, and it's blocked right back over into the empty spot. And Edwardsville is back out front, 18-17. Here is Maddie Isringhausen going back to serve. In the back, and it's moved up by Fortner, but it's moved up too far. Halbrooks could never set it up. It goes across the net, and that allowed Edwardsville players to just reach up and push it down right in front. 19-17, Tigers with the lead. Timeout on the floor. We will step aside as well. Back with some more between Collinsville and Edwardsville in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back here at Edwardsville High School, I'm Todd Duke. Glad you're with us as the fall sports season winds down. Our last regular season soccer game will come your way this Thursday. We have one more volleyball game to go next week before that regular season is over for us. Here, it's 19-17. Edwardsville has a lead. Collinsville trying to climb back in. Metzger sends the ball over. Picked up back in the back by Isringhausen, and then moved across by Alexa Harris. And that finds an empty spot back in the backcourt. And it's now 20-17 in favor of Edwardsville. Maddie Isringhausen back to serve it up once again for the Tigers. does. Picked up by Fortner. Halbrooks is going to set it up over on this side for Scrum. Nice pickup back in the back by Garner. And the Tigers keep it alive. Here is Summer for Halbrooks. This side for Metzger off the top of the net and back. And Edwardsville now out front by 4, 21-17. Isringhausen in the middle of a long service set here that's giving her team a little bit of a cushion. That's picked up. And Scrum moves it back into the middle. Metzger gets it over the net. Moved over onto the far side, and that's another one that's in. Off of the hands of Alexa Harris. And Edwardsville now up 22-17. Maddie Isringhausen continues to serve. She does so, once again, picked up by Sydney Summers. Scrum moves it over to the other side, and it's pushed across by Fortner. Here is Collinsville trying to block it out, and Darcy Metzger keeps it alive. Scrum trying to get it over. It's blocked out. Metzger picks up the trash. Halbrooks sets it up for Scrum, who has to get it over on that shot. And now a little bit of a line drive right off of Fortner's hands and straight back. Edwardsville now up 23-17. Jenna Scheller checks into the game for the first time for Collinsville as Isringhausen continues her hot service hand. That one's picked up by Summer. Halbrooks moving it over to this side for Scrum. And Scrum gets blocked out by Curtis and Hubner. And now Edwardsville just 1 point away from ending this first set. Isringhausen delivers. Summer picks it up again. Halbrooks sets it up for Scrum again. This one's not blocked, and Isringhausen keeps it alive. And then moved over by Talacro, and then Garner gets it over. Now Halbrooks up front, decides to try to dunk it over herself, but it's blocked out right down to her. And that is the end of set number 1. Collinsville drops this one by a score of 25-17. Second set will be coming your way in mere moments here on the Kahok Sports Network. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back here at Edwardsville High School, we are in the Luco Jackson Gymnasium as we get you ready for set number 2 here between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Lady Tigers of Edwardsville High School winning the first set 25-17. That was the same score in the first set of the JV game as well, as Edwardsville came out on top on the junior varsity side of things, 25-17, 25-12. Kahoks need to win this one to force a third and final set. As we still have a little delay getting these things going here. Well, I can tell you what else we have going on this week while we have a little bit of a delay. We have boys soccer season finale against the St. Mary's Dragons. That'll be at 6:30 this Thursday from the friendly confines of Kahok Stadium. We'll be there the next night as well. Peoria Notre Dame Irish come to town for some football. That is the football team's pink out game. And then girls volleyball next Monday. So 6 days from today against Freeburg. That'll be our last regular season volleyball game. And then, of course, we'll have the Centralia Orphans come to town for some football on the final week number 9 of the football season. And then we'll be finished with our regular season in fall sports. We'll have boys soccer for you that week as well. Their first game would be Tuesday, 1 week from tonight, at O'Fallon against Belleville West. Win that game, and you play for a regional championship on Saturday. We're ready to go here in set number 2. Edwardsville will serve first. It's a cross picked up by Scrum, and Hal Brooks never got a hand on that one as Scrum sent it over, and then Collinsville picks up the first point on a nice kill shot by Kristen Mitchell. And the Kahoks lead 1-0. And now Collinsville will go back to serve. Katie Dawson steps out. Mackenzie Johnson will come in. Johnson serve. In the back, shoved ahead by Garner. Moved across and over into the middle. And a well-placed ball there by Alexa Harris. She's had some very good points here tonight. And that immediately gets Coach Hanger up, and she walks all the way up to the out-of-bounds line over here on this near side of the floor and says something to her girls. There is a serve into the net. Collinsville picks up an easy one there. 2-1 in favor of the Lady Kahoks. I told Coach Hanger not to worry about sending anybody up after the game. Trying to get up here is almost like going through a corn maze in the middle of October. I'm afraid somebody would get lost. Here is a setup and a nice try on the dive over there by Lauren Fortner, but that was a very well-placed ball by Storm Surrey, who noticed that that back corner was wide open. She sent it over there, and Fortner couldn't get there in time to keep that ball alive. Did get a hand on it, but couldn't get enough of one on it. Here is Garner to serve now for Edwardsville. Back in the back, picked up by Fortner. Halbrooks sets it up for Metzger. Metzger has that ball dug out nicely by Garner. And now Isringhausen with a shot. That's off of some hands up front. And Edwardsville ties it up. Garner ready for another serve here for Edwardsville. Just barely made it over the net. Picked up by Summer. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum, and it's blocked out over on that far side by Hubner and Gabby Say. And Edwardsville back out front. 4-2. Next serve by Gardner is off of the hands of Fortner and then straight back. Adeline Johnson tried to give it a run down all the way back there by Bill Metzger, who is over by the doors filming this game. 5-2, Tigers with the lead. Gardner ready with another serve. Picked up in the middle by Summer. Hal Brooks sets it up for Metzger. Metzger off the net and down. Collinsville gets one of those back, 5-3. Darcy Metzger back to serve for the Lady Kahawks. Ticks right over the net, but somehow or another, boy, oh boy, I'm telling you what, that Alexa Harris is something to watch. That ball is out of bounds on the return. And the Tigers extend their lead to 6-3. Collinsville lost the first one 25-17, but they had a lead for a moment back when it was 17-16. They had tied it a couple of times. Morgan Talacro delivers, and it's picked up by Summer, who sets it up for Hannah Scrum, and that one is a blistering shot down the line. I don't care how good Alexa Harris is. She was not going to be able to stop that one. That one had some juice behind it. 6-4. Edwardsville out front by 2. Elise Halbrooks going back to serve it up here for Collinsville. On the sideline, picked up by Harris, and I don't even know what in the world happened there, but how in the world did Edwardsville get that point? That ball never even made it across the net. It hit off a couple of bodies. I must not be seeing things the way that these guys are, but they're right down there on the net. Served by Edwardsville. Picked up in the backcourt and moved along by Hal Brooks, and Metzger finds an open spot right in the middle of the floor. 7-5. Collinsville climbs back to within 2. Kahawks need to win this second set, or there will be no third set. Hannah Scrum back to serve. Her only serve in the first game resulted in a net ball. And it's picked up by Isringhausen in the backcourt, moved along by Talacro, up front for Harris, but Harris knocks it right into the net to help Collinsville out a little bit here. 7-6. Kahawks only down by 1. Hannah Scrum ready for another serve. It's on the way, and it's all the way out. Isringhausen let it go, and it went out by about 6 inches. Rihanna Hubner to serve it up now for Edwardsville. Hubner shoves it across, picked up by Metzger. Hal Brooks moves it over for Fisher. Fisher right inside that back corner. Not sure if it went off a hand or not, but it doesn't matter because it stayed in bounds. Collinsville gets that one right back, and once again, Kahawks are within 1. 8-7 in favor of the Tigers. Sydney Summer ready to serve it up here for Collinsville. She does so, picked up by Harris. Moved across, and Harris is going to get it right back, and off of some hands out front. That belonged to Dawson and Metzger. Couldn't get it to go the right direction, though. It spins right off of their hands and out of bounds. 9-7. Edwardsville with the lead. Tigers ready to serve it up again. That one barely made it across. Scrum, Hal Brooks, Metzger. Oh, boy, she didn't mess around there. Darcy went up and got that one. Wasn't one of those setups that was sky high either. It was more like a line drive setup, and Metzger, she wound that arm up like a softball pitcher and slammed that one down. Here is Mackenzie Johnson serving it up, and straight to the side off of the wrists of Emma Gardner. Collinsville has tied this thing back up. 9-9. Mackenzie Johnson ready for another serve. Here it is. This time Gardner makes it go up in the air and over to this side, shoved across by Harris, picked up nicely by Summer, now tapped across by Kristen Mitchell. Harris finds that spot over on the far side sideline. Diving one way was Mitchell, diving the other way was Summer, and it went right in between both of them. 10-9 in favor of Edwardsville. Here is Alexa Harris serving it up. Picked up by Summer. She pops it pretty much straight up into the air, but Collinsville can deal with that one. And then Hannah Scrum delivers one that the young lady from Edwardsville put her hands up in front of her face to stop her face from getting hit, but the ball went straight down to the ground. 10-10. Alice Knable back to serve now for Collinsville. Garner in the middle, takes care of it. Now a setup over here on this side. A little touch over by Gabby Say. Collinsville keeps it alive, and the ball ends up going out of bounds off of a Lady Tiger, so Collinsville gets the point, and the Kahawks have an 11-10 lead. Chance for some more here. Here is Knable. She delivers. Tough pickup by Harris, but she made it work. Now shoved across, and Collinsville setting it up. Halbrooks for Scrum, blocked out. Scrum got it back off the net, but she couldn't touch it again. And one of those situations where she's too close to the ball, couldn't back up enough for anyone else to get in there and help out. So we are knotted at 11. Gardner delivers. That was a nice dig down underneath. Boy, oh boy, that was tough to do, but Collinsville ended up getting that ball over the net. Here is a kill shot, however, on the other side by Gabby Say. That was Adeline Johnson who went down and got that ball. And if she wouldn't have, that ball would have went straight down to the ground. Edwardsville would have got the point. Turns out they got the point anyway, but nevertheless, valiant effort there by Johnson. Garner serves it again. Johnson again has to save it. Or excuse me, this time it was Knable who did that. And Edwardsville extends their lead back out to 2. Gardner delivering some very low serves. Here's another one, and this one tried to be picked up by Summer and goes straight out of bounds. 4 straight points served up here by Gardner on the serve. Not aces, but they're close. Next one off the net. And by the time everybody reacts, that ball is on the ground. And the point belongs to Edwardsville, 15-11 in favor of the Edwardsville Tigers. Timeout on the floor. We will step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 3rd year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com. Back here at Edwardsville High School, my name is Todd Duke, in case you didn't know that. Happy to be part of your lives here on the Kahok Sports Network. We all are. We enjoy what we do. We enjoy bringing you all these games that you otherwise would know nothing about, except for maybe a text message from a friend who's attending. I think this is a lot better, don't you? Here is Emma Gardner serving it up again and again. It barely flicks over the net. And when this service started for Gardner, her team was down 11-10. That's 6 straight points now for the Lady Tiger sophomore. She's just a sophomore. Next one, picked up by Summer. Halbrooks sets it up from Metzger. In the back, picked up by Harris. Moved along the side, Isringhausen for the kill shot. Picked up by Summer, but a net violation against, Collinsville. We'll give Edwardsville a ball again. And again, Emma Garner will go back to serve. That's 7 straight points since Garner has started serving here. Next one, in the back. Picked up this time. Scrum moves it over, and Darcy Metzger, gets it across. Now a setup out front, blocked out by both Scrum and Metzger. And back the other way. That one is inbounds, they say. On a slam shot there by Gabby Say. And all of a sudden, this game is getting away from the Lady Kahawks. Hill Russell checks back in. Garner, 8 points in a row now since she's been back there serving. Here's her next. Scrum pops it up. Halbrooks gives it right back to Hannah. She shoves it across. Harris sets it up. Now over on the far side, a block out by Scrum off a shot by Say. And then it's shoved over by Isringhausen, picked up into the backcourt. And then Hill Russell gets it over, but it's blocked right back to her. And then Isringhausen, I don't know how tall she is. Doesn't say here, probably 6 foot something or other, and she uses every bit of that. Jumps up as high as she can and slams one down right in between Adeline Johnson and Alice Knable. 19-11 as the service continues for Gardner. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum, and Scrum right over the head of Isringhausen. Into the void, and Collinsville breaks that. 9 points Edwardsville got in a row while Emma Gardner was back there serving it up. Collinsville down by 7. Metzger, glad that somebody wearing purple is serving, and she pulls a Gardner and ticks it right off the top of the net. And Collinsville climbs back to within 6 real quick. Metzger ready with the next. This one's into the net. 20-13. Edwardsville with the lead. They already won set number 1, 25-17. Morgan Talacro back to serve now for Edwardsville, and it's up in the air off the hands of Metzger. Halbrook sets it up for Scrum, and Scrum blasts that ball right into the middle of the court. Collinsville trailing by 6. Elise Halbrook, she's been known to rattle off a few of these service points as well. She's back to serve it up for Collinsville. Halbrook's ready to go. And it's picked up by Isringhausen. Moved ahead by Say, and now put across. Nice dig over there by Scrum. She'll get the chance to score a point, but it's blocked by the big girls up front, Rihanna Hubner and Lexi Curtis for Edwardsville. And the Tigers just 4 points away from closing out yet another Southwestern Conference victory. Collinsville hoping that can wait for another day, but they're going to have a lot of work to do. Here is Fisher. Her ball almost caught Say in the face. It's kept up. Gardner has to get it over on the last try, and then a ball that had a lot of sink on it early. Metzger was going for it, then backed off, and then tried to use her foot. None of those moves worked. 22-14 in favor of Edwardsville. Served by Isringhausen. Picked up nicely by Summer. Scrum gets it over. Garner moves it up for Say, and now Harris. Alexa Harris with a blistering shot that Metzger couldn't pick up. And now Edwardsville leading 23-14. Isringhausen serves. Summer sets it up, and off of the hands of Isringhausen. Speaking of blistering shots, that was one there by Kennedy Fisher. 23-15. Collinsville has one whale-level mountain to climb here, down by 8, and have already lost the first set. Hannah Scrum back to serve it up. She's already put one into the net and one too long here tonight. This one is into the net. Match point here for Edwardsville now. Back to serve, Lexi Curtis. Or excuse me, that is Rihanna Hubner. Ball picked up, and Hal Brooks moves it over for Kristen Mitchell. That's a nice job in the back by Isringhausen to keep that ball alive. And then a little bit too hard on the return by Lexi Curtis. As that ball headed out of bounds, will give Collinsville another life here. Kahawks trail by 8. Sydney Summer back to serve it for Collinsville. Over, picked up, Say, setting it up, blocked out front by Collinsville, Mitchell and Metzger. And Gardner ends it on a blistering kill shot right in front of Darcy Metzger in that back corner. And Edwardsville wins it by a score of 25-16 after winning the first set by a score of 25-14. 22-17. So the night comes to a close, and the dominance by Edwardsville continues. They have not lost a Southwestern Conference match since October of 2015. They have a couple more opportunities left. They have East St. Louis and both the Belleville teams still on their schedule before they're all said and done with their season. But we are finished for the night, and we welcome you in now to our post-game show brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist, located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials. This week, they're still focused on fall because, it's starting to feel like fall. A dozen fall flowers in a stylish vase, all for $25 this week at Cullip Jennings Florist. Give them a call at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com, or on Facebook at Old Herald. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahoks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moment. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back to Edwardsville High School. Collinsville falls here tonight, 25-17 and 25-16. GV girls also lost, 25-17 and 25-12. So nothing good to report here from Edwardsville tonight. Collinsville had some chances. They took a lead and in both games, actually, and late in both games, actually. But service by Emma Gardner in that second game, she rattled off 9 straight points, close to being a lot of aces, but Collinsville got fingers or hands or wrists on them, but just not enough to do anything with them. Low line drive serves, and now Collinsville will fall to 12-13 on the year. They are 4-6 in conference play. Edwardsville now 16-4 on the year, and a perfect 8-0 in conference play. Next up for Collinsville on the old volleyball schedule will be a home game. That'll be Thursday against Alton. We'll be over at the stadium doing soccer on that same night. We will have the Freeburg game. That'll be next week. And then Collinsville will close out the year against Columbia and then at East St. Louis on the 24th of October to close out the regular season before they begin their playoffs the following week. That is going to do it for us from here for tonight. Our next live stream will come your way Thursday evening from Kahok Stadium, as I just mentioned, as the St. Mary's Dragons come to town in boys soccer action. That'll be Thursday night, scheduled for a 6:30 start, so around 6:10 or so is the pregame show, depending on the longevity of the junior varsity game, and then we'll close out the week with a little Friday night football, week number 8. Collinsville trying to pick up their first win on the year. It'll be a tough one as the Irish of Peoria Notre Dame come to town with their 5-2 record. They lost their first 2 games of the year and have won 5 straight ever since then. So it's not going to get any easier here for the Collinsville Kahoks football team as they take on a tough Peoria Notre Dame team this Friday. At least it's at home, and we're not making a long drive all the way to Peoria, at least not this year. So that's going to do it for us from here. Again, Collinsville drops both of these matches here tonight. Final scores 25-17 and 25-16. Until Thursday from Kahok Stadium, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone have yourselves a fantastic evening.